Hello and welcome to Fund Money. We hope during these testing times of the coronavirus pandemic or the COVID-19 pandemic, you have taken very good care of yourself. As part of this series which we have come up to help you adapt and survive and move ahead financially in these times, here we're going to discuss what all you need to do if you experience the unfortunate situation for job loss. What are the approaches? What are some of the steps that you can take right away? This is what we're going to discuss. We'll come back with the details in just a little while. Welcome back. Welcome to Fund Money. As part of this series that we have come up with to help you adapt, survive, and move ahead during these testing times of the coronavirus or the COVID-19 pandemic, we are focusing on job loss. What are the various things that you need to do if you're experiencing a job loss situation in these times? Now, I don't have to tell you that the job losses are happening across the world, and it has already started biting in India, and probably things might not remain as good as we would like. But there are ways and ways by which you can adapt to these situations and make sure that it doesn't set you back in your journey in life. Now, this is going to be a slightly long video, and as with other videos that are going to be there in the series related to the coronavirus epidemic or pandemic, we are going to be giving timestamps in the description section of this video or the podcast. You can go straight away to the area which interests you, and you can click out there and go and start going through the content from that point onwards. So we're going to be talking about the broad approaches and then the points that come under it. Now, the most important thing when you have a sudden job loss, as is happening at the moment, there are three things you will need to do in terms of objectives. One is you have to make sure that although we are facing a situation where we are suddenly going out of having any income at all or some kind of an income, whatever, we have to make sure that through some means we somehow manage to get some kind of an income going. So we're going to discuss that. The second is we have to make sure that we don't default on a commitment. So when we are talking commitments, we're talking insurance, we're talking loans, because these were basically dependent on our income. So suddenly whatever was being our obligations, which were being serviced by our income, is suddenly that input, that raw material that was required is suddenly vanishing. So we need to make sure that our obligations get met, because once the pandemic gets over, if we have a bad track record, it's going to impact us, right? Number two is that. Number three is rather obvious, which we are not going to focus so much, is somehow focusing on cutting the expenses. But one aspect we're going to cover quite a bit, which is plugging the outflows, right? So when we are talking about outflows, we're going to be talking a little bit in detail about loans, which is our outflows. So they form a significant part of outflows of your budget. So let's get started on the income side. Now, if you do get a pink slip, which is basically your employer is telling you that you may no longer be required. Now, let's not. The most important thing for you, we are not expert career counselors, but important thing is for you to negotiate with your employer to soften the blow. So what you could do is explore, if it's possible, to have some kind of a part-time engagement. So suppose even if you get 20%, 25% of your pay in some other capacity, say a part-time capacity, twice a week, work from home, and some kind of a basic activity which can have you get going and get some kind of an income coming in. It's not a bad idea at all. There's nothing bad about it. You can be a consultant, you can be a part-time professional with the same company, and you can negotiate that, and overnight they might be having a problem with the full making a full payment, but they just might be interested in a lower cost personnel, and you could be that person. Remember, you have an advantage because you've been working with them and the people know you. Similarly, there could be other organizations who may not have a problem in you be a part-timer out there. So that's very important, and it could be one small part of the overall function that you will discharge, overall job description, and there's no shame in it. Remember, it could just be covering your petrol bills or your utility bills, your mobile phone bills, or maybe the school monthly school fee or something like that of a kid. So if it's very very important for you to make sure that there's some kind of an income that could be coming to you, if you can do it, it's great. Explore that. The other is to have some kind of a gig, kind of a an arrangement where you enroll with online sort of sites, online platforms where you can, as a part timer, you can actually work on a project basis and you can get some money coming in. Again, the logic is same. So from a point of 100 to 0, 100 being what you're earning and to 0, you're making sure that the landing is a little softer than what it would otherwise be, right? So the idea is not to give up very quickly on this idea, even as you're looking for a job, and make sure that you do that. It seems pretty obvious, but a lot of people take a little time to do this, and that is something you can. Sometimes the existing employer or the competitors may be very very open, and sometimes it's a door that is not knocked. So it's important for you to keep that in mind. Career specialists, job specialists, and job consultants might be able to guide you much better on this front. So that's number one. Number two is you need to make sure that your arrangements for meeting your expenses need to be there in place. So if you're getting a pink slip or you're losing a job, you obviously will have to be given a severance pay. Now, if you had an emergency fund, which is basically roughly about 3 months, typically 3 months of your monthly expenses in some kind of easy to access investment, so it could be savings or a savings account or FD or a liquid fund or something like that, then it's great. So what you probably need to do from severance pay, you need to increase your emergency fund from say 3 to 6 months. Basically, for the period that you think you're going to remain unemployed. If it's going to be longer, maybe you can make it 6 to 9. If it's going beyond 9, then you've got a problem out here, which is a career or a skill problem, which calls for a separate discussion altogether. But this is the kind of space, or this is the kind of arrangement you need to do with that emergency fund. The idea is you're making sure that your regular expenses are getting paid, the bills are getting paid, the fees is getting paid, the groceries are coming in. So you immediately earmark a part of the severance pay for this purpose. Of course, you have to keep in mind the tax implications. So that whatever tax you need to pay from your severance pay and all the terminal benefits, shall I say, you're going to be getting, you need to put that by the side, the tax part, and the remaining part, what you do is you put it, bolster your emergency fund. If you didn't have one, you need to create one, and in the future, remember, you need to create an emergency fund, right? So the next part is, of course, your obligations that you have, and number one being insurance. Now, forget about your investments, forget about everything else at the moment. Right now, any large, big ticket emergency expense is a bad idea. It's a bad development to happen. So make sure that you're paying your car premiums, you're paying your life insurance premiums, your health insurance premiums, your home insurance premiums. Make sure your insurance protection is complete. If you can spare some cash and there's something that's not protected, so if health insurance coverage is not enough, you can check out our video on health insurance in COVID-19 epidemic times. It's part of this series. You can guide yourself to see what all you can do to protect yourself on that front. But important thing for you is to make sure that your insurance coverage is absolutely on the ball. So between your emergency fund and insurance, you've got your mishaps covered, your bases are covered. Now let's talk about some of the other things that you need to do. In terms, that's one a very important obligation you have. The other important obligation that you have is loans that you have to pay back. So when we are talking loans, it could be a home loan, it could be a car loan. Make sure that you pay the EMIs. If you don't do that, if you're going to be defaulting on it, your credit score gets spoiled. Of course, your asset that you have, it can get seized over a period of time because you might lose control over it. But long term, what happens is your credit score gets spoiled, credit history gets spoiled. In the future, getting loans will be difficult. So you need not. We should not be going in that direction. Make sure that you keep paying your EMIs on time. Now, what happens? What happens if you're already saddled with a lot of these loans, whether especially credit card, home, and personal loans that we keep doing during good times. Now, then the next minute or so we'll be discussing that. So number one, if home loan is an issue, then what you probably need to go and check out with your home loan provider whether they can increase the tenure of the loan. So that if suppose it was like you have repaid your loan and you've been paying EMIs for some time, and the probably the 15-year loan is now down to a 9-year or something like that. The idea is you want to get your EMIs down. So can you stretch that a little bit? Can you negotiate with them to make it into a 15-year? If it's 15-year, can you make it into a 20-year? So it cannot extend beyond the original tenure of the loan. So the question is, if you can extend it a little bit, what will happen is your EMIs will come down, and so your pressure on your monthly budget will come down. So basically, what you have to do is tell the home loan providing company what can we do to make sure the EMIs come down. Now, what they will not be able to do is tell you that you need not pay the EMIs. Even in the recent moratorium that happened, all that is being done is the whole burden is being shifted later in the period of the loan, the tenure of the loan. So that's not a particularly exciting prospect, if you ask me, because you still will have to pay it. This crisis is not going away overnight. So you need to keep that in mind when you're looking at home loan. Basically, you have to try and make sure that tenure is getting uh, uh, elongated, extended a little bit so the EMIs come down. If things are bad, you're not going to be able to pay the EMI, then it's better to take the home loan provider into confidence and figure out a way, if whether some kind of restructuring, some way out can be worked out. Home loan providers also would be considerate in these times because they know everybody's under pressure, so they might just be able to come out with something. Don't wait for the whole emergency to fall on your head and then getting calls from the home loan company. That's a very bad idea. So the good idea is to go up front and say that maybe in another 3 months I'll be facing a problem. What should we be doing? So that's number one. That's home loans. Similarly, car loans, you need to the EMIs therefore there of course will not be as high, so you can keep paying the EMIs and make sure that you're right there doing it right. So apart from that, what do you do? What credit card outstandings? Now, basically, from your severance pay, if you can, try to part pay or fully prepay your repay your credit card outstanding, because that's the most expensive loan that you have with you. Because if you keep paying that outstanding amount, if you've been revolving your outstanding amount, then you're paying a very large amount of interest. So we don't need that, right? So what we need to do is make sure that you prepay. If you cannot do that, then maybe you can get in touch with your bank and try to get it converted into an EMI, provided the interest rate is lesser. So what will happen is your credit card limit will go down, which in any case, if you have an outstanding, it is already down. So you bring it down. So what happens is you pay, and it will be some period, say maybe 3 years, 4 years, or 18 months, whatever. So what happens is you are paying less interest. So your outflow is getting reduced. So you can keep that in mind. You can also try and try and see whether you can get it converted into some kind of a smaller, lower interest loan, let's say a lower cost, lower interest personal loan. You can also try and do a balance transfer of your credit card outstanding. So you can do all these things and make sure that your outflow is going down. So this is basically what you need to do in terms of your loans are concerned. Apart from that, what you need to do about your investments. Now, if you have been investing regularly, make sure that you continue to do so. If you cannot, then make sure that you do not touch your savings. You're not supposed to touch that. If the markets are down, if you're going to if there's an equity fund that you've invested, you'll end up making a loss, which you don't want to do it. So the question is, how long can you avoid using your severance pay? So you obviously need a part of it, but the idea is to not completely exhaust it, right? So when you're looking around, if you have to tap on your sort of savings, then look at some of the low return savings. So if there's a fixed deposit, it's not giving a very high rate of interest for some reason, that is the investment that you need to tap. If there's an investment which has not been doing well for 2 years, not the past couple of weeks, then that is the one that you should be liquidating after taking into account your how it's doing vis-a-vis some benchmarks, other peer sort of investment. So these are some of the things that you need to keep in mind. Some of the things that you must not ever do is drawing up on your provident fund money, gratuity money. That's really bad idea. Don't do it unless your water is completely submerged with troubles, because it will take you years to get back that kind of savings. Don't stop paying your insurance premium. Anything which is long term in nature, a public provident fund kind of thing, try to avoid. Cut down on your expense if you can. That's the last bit, which is very obvious. You don't have to start starving and not doing anything. Maybe whatever you're doing, try to defer that expense, delay it, go for a smaller amount, go for discounts. Maybe that's the way to do it. All these strategies will be pretty good for a period of 3 to 6 months. You should be able to easily see through your challenging period, maybe 7 months, 8 months. If you see this problem going beyond 8 or 9 months, then you'll probably have to do something very different. By which time everybody in 8, 9, maybe 10 months, people expect a certain uptick in the economy, and you should be able to start seeing better days. So hopefully all this has been useful, and we hope you find this handy in combating the COVID-19 pandemic. So it's a pretty long video, as we had mentioned, but hopefully you will find this useful, and you'll stay connected with us for this whole series. Till the next edition of Fundamental, take very good care of yourself, and goodbye.